know that a lot of the guys are really extremely busy. So it's kind of a good time now that so-called race season is, kind of on hiatus. Some of the guys race year round, so I guess really is no time off. But hey, how are you?
How's it going?
It's going well.
All right.
Thank you. The first thing I wanted to do was thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us and sit down and answer questions. I know that all of you guys are really busy, so taking a whole hour away from your busy schedule to answer our questions is greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
So, what I'll do is I'll go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, you good. I was listening.
So what I'll do is I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll jump right into the fans' questions, okay?
Okay.
So how did you get started being into cars, racing, those type of things?
Man, I don't know. It's been in the family a long time. My daddy is a car man. You know, I grew up watching him. And then my partner's daddies, are car guys. They just started there.
So how long have you been racing?
Racing. Actually, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. I've been around racing. Shit, probably going on 20 years. I'm 34. I'm gonna say I've been around racing 20 years. My daddy liked his speed, but he wasn't just the track guy. He went off and on. For me, myself, under the wheel, I'm gonna say I've probably been racing 13, 14 years, me up under the wheel myself.
Oh, okay. Well, that's dope.
Yeah.
So then what we'll do is I'll go ahead and get right into the fans' questions. So the first question is, what made you choose a Malibu to build and race as a big rim car versus any other type of car?
You breaking up, KB. Can you hear me? Can everybody watching hear me? You breaking up on my end. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Let me go up a little bit more. Okay. Hold on. Let's see if I can get to a better spot.
Okay.
One second.
Okay.
You can hear me now? Okay, well, we good then.
So what made you choose a Malibu to build and race on big rims versus any other type of car?
Man, to be honest, the reason I picked the Malibu is because everybody called them ugly for years. I used to call them ugly. That was the reason I picked the Malibu. I mean, and what's crazy, I picked the Malibu probably about 6 years ago. I bought it. I drove it. I put big wheels on it. And I raced it. It had a big block in it. And shit, I bought another one. And then I bought another one. Then I bought another one. I ended up having like 7 Malibus. But my whole reason for putting the Malibu together is because everybody called them cars ugly. All the other G-bodies were, everybody know a Monte Carlo Sense. Everybody know a Cutlass. Everybody know a Regal. Everybody know a Grand National. Everybody know, actually people know Grand Prix before they know the Malibu.
Right.
But I bought the Malibu and I told my buddy, Doughboy, he may be in here. I told him, I said, man, his daddy had one in the backyard. I said, man, I'm going to buy one of them ugly cars. I'm going to make it pretty. And that's what I did, and that's why I got a Malibu. But it is for sale, though.
Well, then it's interesting you said that because somebody put in one of these questions, would you sell the Malibu for $17K?
That's 17. I can't take 17. My bottom dollar about $22K for that car, man. And I with it. I'm in another one of my cars now.
Well, I'm sure they're listening, so they got their answer. Next question is, how did you choose your color combo?
Color combo. I mean, blue my favorite color. The red details. I mean, you can't have nothing sporty without no red details. Or orange, red or orange, you gotta have that. So I thought about orange, but there's a couple guys that got orange with blue in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I was like, you know, I put the red with it. And then the silver, it was just a neutral color to make the other colors pop. So I done the silver, orange, and the blue, and the red. But the color gonna change on it too.
Did it take you a long time to pick out the color combo, or was it just something that you was just like, oh, I got it?
Man, I had it in my head. KP. When I bought that particular Malibu, that was like number 3. When I bought that car, it was already a flow shifter bucket seat car. So I told my partner, I said, man, I'm gonna do Hot Wheels scheme, and everybody was laughing. They were like, man, Hot Wheels ain't gonna look good. You gonna paint it on the car? I said, nah. General Motors got a Camaro, so I'm gonna do a Hot Wheel Malibu. They got a Hot Wheel Camaro. I'm gonna do a Hot Wheel Malibu, and you know that's how it came about.
Will you ever build another big rim car to race?
Of course I will. I mean, I got a couple of them in the making now. I build one for. Yeah, I build a couple for a couple customers. They thinking about joining the Better Bank racing team. I got a little bro in my passenger seat.
Oh, it was just that I asked if, would you build another car to race? You said, yeah, you were working on something. Yeah, when you out there, when you in the, that happens to me too. Whatever. Nate. So while we wait for him to send another request and get out of the woods, hey Whips, I want to tell y'all, if y'all haven't already, go and hit the link in my bio to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So here is Dallas. Let me see if I can get him back on.
Can you hear me now?
Hey. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. So you were just telling us about the other cars you were building and the people that are joining the race team.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, yeah. What I was saying was, yeah, we got a couple other cars that we done built. So you know, yeah, we'll see them shortly. You know, we got Better Bank Racing. We actually got a couple of hard times on our team. A lot of them don't want to be seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got a lot going on with the big wheel race.
Mm-hmm. So talk to us about hookahs and hot rods.
Hookahs and hot rods. That's an event me and my Better Bank Racing team came up with. You know, to keep a lot of people more involved with the cars. We it's actually at a hookah lounge.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do hookahs and hot rods, and you know it's an ugly sweater edition this year. I mean, this time it's a ugly sweater. So you know, we're doing that just to keep the car scene going on throughout the winter. You know, a lot of people give up in the winter time. A lot of people get discouraged. A lot of people don't want to work. Their bones stop working. You know, so we're just trying to keep everybody involved with the car scene.
So talk to them about the venue. Where can they go? Where's Hookahs and Hot Rods?
Hookahs and Hot Rods is at actually I don't even know the address. But
is it in Dallas?
Yeah, it's in Dallas, Carrollton. It's the outskirts of Dallas, Carrollton, Texas. It's at the Orange Hookah Lounge off of Frankfurt.
Okay.
Off of 30 Frankfurt.
So
yes,
everyone on here, I'll repost it. So if you guys are in the Dallas, Texas, or the surrounding areas, you guys could go out and support. That'll be something dope to do. What's the date?
Yeah.
What's the date?
The 21st.
Okay, so a couple days before Christmas. All right, so now I have a question, and I asked all the guys this question. And it's interesting to see the different answers that everyone has. So it's a two-part question. What do you think is helping big rim racing, and what is hurting big rim racing?
What I think is hurting it? I mean, the movement is great. I mean, you got a lot of bull crap, you know, from a lot of different guys, you know, but you're going to have that in anything that you do.
Right.
You're going to have your advantages, your disadvantages. I mean, if you ask me, I ain't got nothing to say bad about it. I don't have nothing bad to say about it. I mean, like I tell people all the time, a lot of people, you know, they see me race Dunk Mouse and they want to say, they want to start big wheel racing because of Dunk Mouse. what people don't realize, we was big wheel racing before Dunkmaster, you know. And salute to him. I don't knock him, you know. Salute to him and everything he got going. We chop it up off and on. He inboxed me. He called my phone. But I mean, to set that record straight. I mean, not to get off the topic, but to set that record straight, y'all can go back and look us up on YouTube. We was big wheel racing in 2011 and 12, you know, and that's before a lot of people was big wheel racing. A lot of the big names in big wheel racing wasn't even big wheel racing, but they got recognized, you know, they got recognized before us.
Right.
You know, and you can't knock them for that. You know, I salute them too. It opened up a door for everybody, you know.
Who is your biggest rivalry?
Rivalry?
Mm-hmm. Like every time you guys are gonna race, people are like, "Oh my God, they're racing. We got to see this."
Well, what's crazy right now? Well, I got a couple rivalries in the city, but I ain't gonna say big rivalries. I'm gonna say right now, you know, I hold the crown for the hard tie in Texas. If anybody don't like it, come look at it. But the thing is, I'm gonna say Dunkmaster is my biggest rivalry right now. He talk a lot of shit to me. I'm gonna say
somebody said CEO Larry.
But yeah, I was just gonna get to him too. CEO Larry, we supposed to get it on. Me and CEO Larry, he decided a couple months ago that he'd go and race me 1/8 of a mile, hard tie to hard tie. We ain't doing no slicks, hard tie to hard tie. He agreed to race me 1/8 of a mile. Now that's more like me. That's cool right there. I'm cool with that. As far as a quarter mile, I mean, I'm a grudge racer. I know that I don't have enough for Larry in the quarter mile right now, and I know I don't have enough for Grand Nasty. But anybody else can get it in the 1/8 of a mile, or I'll try anybody else in the quarter. I can't mess with them right now. They call shit a little different from me.
So you rather race an 1/8 of a mile?
I'm an 1/8 of a mile racer, but this year I'm doing it all.
Okay, that's fair.
I come from a background of grudge racing. You know, if people look up grudge racing throughout the whole world, it's going to be 1/8 of a mile. Now, people that started doing it in a quarter, and you can't knock them for that. But the down-home, old-school racing is 1/8 of a mile.
Right. That was not what I was asking. Somebody said she's asking who's running from you. I'm not asking who's running from you. Okay. What's a fun fact that fans or supporters would be surprised to know about you? Any hobby you have that we wouldn't think you would do? What's a fun fact about you?
Man, I'm gonna be real honest, KP. I got an old soul. I don't do much. I don't do nothing but race and go bowling and out to eat. That's it. I don't do nothing. I don't go to clubs. I don't do none of that. I don't, and I only drink on occasions. Like hookers and high rides, I'm a drink. Other than that, I don't do no drugs. I don't do nothing. I don't have no other hobbies but cars, dogs, and bowling.
So just regular stuff. Nothing irregular that we would be surprised to know.
Of course, women. I mean, but other than that, it ain't gonna be nothing but a whole bunch of car stuff, man. A whole bunch of car stuff.
So I'm glad you said something about women. I have to tell all the guys that, of course, when the ladies know who's coming up to get interviewed, of course they have questions. So is it okay to ask you their questions?
That's cool.
Okay, so someone asked how old you were. You already said it earlier in the interview.
Oh, they shouted.
Someone wanted to know, this young lady asked, she said, is he married or does he have a woman?
No, I don't have a woman, and no, I'm not married, but I do have a woman in my life. That's my daughter. I got one of them.
Okay, all right. The rest of them, I'm gonna decline to ask you because they get a little rough. So I'm gonna leave them where they at. Yeah, I may have to tell you them later. So, who is your favorite person to race? Who do you just love racing?
Man, I'm gonna put on for my hometown DFW. I've never raced Keezy myself, but Keezy, that's a guy, you know, from Fort Worth. He incarcerated right now. Keezy is always gonna race, rain, sleet, or snow. I'm gonna put it like this: I don't have a favorite person that I want to race, but as far as people that's gonna bring action, I'm gonna put it just like this. I'm gonna say Keezy out of Fort Worth, and I'm gonna say John Boy. You can put John Boy Silent Killer before Keezy. But Keezy is gonna race. If it's snowing outside and you want to race, he gonna try it. So, one thing I can say, I'm gonna put on for Keezy. Like I say, he incarcerated right now. He out of Fort Worth. We were supposed to race before he went to jail, but it didn't happen. But when he come home, I'm dead on his ass.
Are you gonna race John Boy in the dump?
No, not me personally. Far as racing somebody, John Boy, I'm saying them are my favorite racers. I mean, people that don't in action with racing. Now, far as me racing somebody, I mean, I gotta get a call at the Sonic if we're gonna say racing, because he gonna race rain, sleet, snow too. Sonic gonna. I done whooped him 3-4 times. He still come back, and he still want more right now. So I'm gonna say Sonic is my favorite person to race. D-Man too.
Okay. Someone asked,
messed it up.
Do you plan on traveling more, or taking your car and traveling more in the 2020 race season?
Yes, ma'am. Of course I do. That's the whole plan. With racing, a lot of people don't understand, man. I mean, you could be up for 10 days, you could be down for 20. You could be up for 10 months, you could be down for 6, So that was the plan before the year was up, but right before the year was up, I made a whole bunch of events down here, and I ran through like 5 transmissions, But I'm real thankful, though, because that's my first time ever just having a lot of problems with that combo. I've been running that combo about a year and a half and hadn't had no motor or transmission problems. But, yeah, my plan is to travel the world, the travel all of it and do it all.
Well, it's lucky it happened when you were still home and not going out on the road and losing all that money.
Yeah, man, because we all bet the bank racing, and we do like to bet big money.
That's why it's called Bet the Bank?
They gave us that name about 10 years ago when we were slick racing. I mean, we were slick racing with wheel racing at the same time, but as far as the slick racing go, we had a good name and we had a good run for the wheel racing. And far as the slick racing, and far as traveling, they know us in Georgia. We done been to Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. We usually always go to No Nuts, No Glory. We went like 4 years to that. So, yeah.
Well, I'll make sure I keep that in mind, that when I see y'all out on the road, y'all gonna bet the bank. So, yeah, I make sure that I know that.
Yeah, we ain't rich, but we gonna bet the bank.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be for free. If you race us, it will not be for free.
Y'all race for funds. Not for fun.
Not F-U-N, F-U-N-D-S. That's money.
Somebody asked, what transmission do you run in your car? I said, I don't know. Like, when I asked y'all motor and transmission questions, I don't know if y'all gonna answer it, but I asked anyway.
Oh, man, I run a 200R transmission. 200R. 200R is the best thing smoking right now. 200R transmission behind my LS engine. And for everybody that thought the motor was bigger, I beat a couple guys. I ain't gonna say their names, but I beat them with a 6.0 with 6.2 heads. That's all I'm gonna tell them. Now later on, that motor gonna get bigger. So
you see my face?
Hey, you heard the car. You seen it in person. A 6.0 with 6.2 heads. Stock bottom in. Stock bottom in. Now, if anybody want to bid me, they get their cash app open, and I'll take the motor apart tonight to show you the stock bottom in and the 6.0 piston.
Somebody asked, so they always ask this question, and they asked it this time, so I didn't have to ask it. Grand Nasty or Boost Doctor?
Oh, you told me, did I like?
Racing. If you had to bet with one of them, who would it be?
Whoo, man, I like old Grandpa. Grand Nasty, don't get me wrong, I love the car. I love Grand Nasty, but old Boost Doctor consistent. And Grand Nasty was consistent at one point. At the later end, he started having a few problems, but I like Boost Doctor.
Boost Doctor got Grand Nasty number.
Yeah, he do right now.
Too Fly or Hollywood?
Huh?
Too Fly or Hollywood?
Too Fly or Hollywood? I'm going to have to go with Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to go with Hollywood. I like Too Fly, though, too,
Someone asked, how deep is the lip on your back rim?
Oh, man, that lip ain't nothing about 3 inches. No, it's actually a 7.5 step lift, 7.5 step lift. And to set that record straight, I got the widest step lift throughout the whole world. I created that, I designed that. My buddy made a set right after me. We came out at the same time, but I think his car is in North Carolina right now. I think he sold it to a guy that's from the guy's from where Dunkmaster from. Wherever Dunkmaster from, that's where the guy's from. But yeah, it's only 2 sets of those in the whole world.
Wow. What made you go with Corleone Fords?
Man, I got history with Corleone Fords. I was dealing with Corleone Fords before they were Corleone Fords. I was buying wheels and tires from them before they paid all that money for them high dollar machines. We ain't gonna go into the cost, but before they invested in them big machines, they had a small shop, you know, in Mansfield, on Mansfield Highway in Fort Worth, Texas. And I've been spending money with them a long time. Ashanti's, Forgiatos, all of that. I bought all of my wheels from them. So now they got their own brand. I might as well support what they do.
So someone asked, what's the largest loss you've taken on one race?
The largest amount that I've lost with my car? Well, to be honest, I won. Damn, all my races for money, I won. With my car, I can't say I done lost no more than 500, and that's when I raced Committed Boys Racing, hard tie to hard tie, head up, motor to motor. I got a little spin out the hole, and he came out the winner. He was the bigger man. I lost like 500 to him, and as far as my racing team go, I want to say we lost like 3,800 one night on a slick race. Okay.
So no stupid large losses like that will make you be like, I'm gonna need a minute to recover.
Nah, all my big money races I won, thank God. You know, anything can happen with racing.
So talk to your fans a minute. What do you want your fans to know about Musclecar?
What I need them to know, all I like to say is pay close attention. Just pay close attention to me, because it's way more to come. My racing team is way more involved that I done got my car dialed in on my own on hard tires. So now, my team is, I done spunk up a whole bunch of shit to, all my other guys are more interested in the hard tire racing now. A lot of my guys like big blocks and slick, but a lot of them then switched over to the LS and hard tires. We still got a couple big blocks in the camp, though.
So do you prefer street racing or track racing?
Man, I like them both. The street can be dangerous. It can be very dangerous if you don't have a crew out there to pay attention to everything. You gotta have your crew. You gotta have somebody on the big end, have somebody in the middle, and have somebody, several people on the top end. You really only need 1 or 2 people on the big end if you're doing street racing. I'm not telling everybody to go out there and street race, but I mean, I enjoy both. I prefer the track, but if somebody call me out on the street, I'm gonna go take their chance, and I got a secluded street where we all be safe and, go back to our family.
Right. So I think I know the answer, but I'm still asked this. You prefer small block conventional, big block, or LS?
Man, I'm an LS man. But if you want real power, I would say go for you a big block. But if I go big block, you won't catch me on hard tires. I'm gonna be all out race car if I go big block. But I chose LS over all of that because I can drive every day and I can still go race the same car I'm driving to the track in. That's why I picked LS. That's why I chose LS over big block, over conventional.
So your car is a daily driver car?
Daily driver. I'm actually in my other daily driver now. That's what I was in when we had bad signal, and it's LS motor too. Daily driven. Nice. Daily driven. 1970 right there. Hot Wheels Monte Carlo.
That's nice.
Yep. It's a daily driver as well.
So you race that one as well?
If somebody act crazy, I will.
What they gotta do to act crazy? They gotta call you out?
Yeah, it got enough motor in it to play. It got enough motor in it to play.
So will you race anybody except the 2 people that you said?
I will race anybody. I don't care. As long as we can come to a conclusion, you know, everything is cool. I'm cool with it. And for a lot of people that's watching that don't know about grudge racing, if somebody offered a back tire to hit and a person takes it, that's not begging. They taking what they was gave, what a person gave to them. And if the person that got the back tire or he wins, he won that race. It ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. He got up there, he agreed to that race, and he lost. You know, it's that simple. You know, a lot of people don't understand racing, but you know, they'll learn if they watch enough.
How do you feel about when people go to the track and their light malfunction?
Ooh, man, we done had them to happen down here. You know, in certain situations, people will still pay up. Real grudge racers will still pay up if it was a malfunction. I mean, we had one that was similar to Playboy Jeezy and Roscoe's one time. They said a dude stepped in the beam, and if you was watching the race, the car on the right side popped, and like Playboy Jeezy car did, but it popped, and this other car was like 4 cars out on it, and they still paid up. The wind light came on for the car that popped half track, and the guys still paid up. And, you know, it was arguments. It was a whole bunch of bull crap, you know, on who bet what and side bets. But they paid up. But after they realized that it was a track malfunction, the other guys had took their money and went back to Arkansas. So, you know, they lost. And it wasn't no small money. It was like $15K. Yeah, you know. So, you know, once they realized it was a track malfunction, well, we knew it was a track malfunction because the other car didn't even make the full trip. And his light came on, you know. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's real crazy. So, yeah, you know, it just depends on the track, people.
Right.
You know, that's how I feel about it. Yeah.
So, talk to us a little bit about the difference in race talk and disrespect. What do you see as the problem in people being able to distinguish race talk and disrespect?
Race talk and disrespect. Our race talk is disrespectful. To be honest, I mean, KP, you from Florida. I know it's a lot of guys in here from Georgia, Alabama. Old school race talk has always been disrespectful. Now, the up-and-coming guys, new to this, that's only been in it 4 or 5 years, they seem to get mad when somebody says certain shit. I come from a background of real deal grudge racing. So, to be honest, like, I done heard motherfuckers bitch in the hole and motherfucker this, I kill you, but it's all racing. Like, it's all race talk. Like, prime example, when Dunk Master came down here and we had our grudge talk, and I seen a couple videos on YouTube and on Instagram, and people were saying we was looking for fame because of how we was talking shit. That's what we've been doing. There's videos of us in Georgia arguing with guys, but it never got to no fist fight, no gunplay, or no bullshit. It was never, it wasn't never personal, you know? So, I mean, you can, like I say, it's footage all out there, and if you go look up grudge racing, for the people that don't know, if they go look up grudge racing, it's some powerful words being handed out behind them cars, you know? And, you know, some people seem to get in their feelings because they came into this field a little bit later on. Right. You know, and a lot of people don't know how to take words. Some of them words are painful. You know, some of them are very painful.
Well, I'll say this, like, from being around different sets of people from different places, like, when you were saying, you know, you've heard them call, you know, each other bitches and hoes, and some guys in certain areas of the country, they don't.
Hey, I agree. I'm gonna speak like this. I'm gonna say Georgia. Now, me personally, I don't do the bitch and hoe shit. You know, I don't do the bitch and hoe shit. Me personally, but we went to Georgia. I want to say about 3 years ago, and we was out there, you know, at the Shut Up and Race grudge race, and You know, I had a guy that was real disrespectful. I can't think of the name of their car, but they got a name for grudge racing. But he had it bad. Bitch, you know, he had it real bad. But he had a black Monte Carlo with red interior. They called it a street car, but that motherfucker was thin as paper. You know, but I mean, yeah. I mean, Georgia is known for the shit, the real bad shit talking. Alabama is known for it. Mississippi. I mean, some parts of Memphis. I mean, they talk a lot of shit in Texas, you know, and I see it go on in Florida as well. But like you say, you know, some people don't know how to take their words.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, what do you want to say to your fans about what's to come from Musclecar?
All I can say is 2020. I need everybody to pay close attention. It's a lot of people. I got about 14,000 people that been paying attention. I got about 6,000 people that hate me because I whooped Doug Master. His fans is cussing me out of my inbox for a whole year. They've been cussing me out for a whole year, been talking shit to me a whole year. I ain't even added them because, you know, I'm a businessman first, but I do have an attitude, so I try to leave that, you know, out of the way.
No, you got an attitude? No.
Hey, I'm very easygoing, but, you know, I can get a little wild every now and then. But to be honest, like I say, I got about 7,000 people that have been cussing me out in my inbox and talking shit. Goddamn, ever since I beat Dunk Mouse, it's been damn near a year. He's gonna come to Dallas again and get his ass kicked again, and they still talking shit to me.
Wait, you say he's finna do what?
He finna be in Dallas again.
And get his what?
Get his ass whooped again, and like I said before, for all the people that didn't know, I will try every car that they bring with my car. But I will have about 5 more cars with me this time. And for everybody that didn't know, when he came here, it was only 3 cars out of Dallas on hard tires willing to race. You know, and they called the show in Baden, Texas, and we didn't even know about the show till like the last 2 weeks. So that's why it was last minute stuff. You know, a lot of people were saying, they only had 3 cars. Well, it was only 3 cars ready at that time in Texas. And for as big wheel racing go, the only big wheel racing is really in Dallas, Texas. San Antonio ain't on this shit. Houston ain't on this shit. You got Fort Worth, a couple of them is on it. And then we got Dan Jr. out of East Texas. But other than that, we are the only ones in Texas, and Texas is big.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
so you bring it back up this time.
Man, I didn't need no backup last time. I had enough car and motor for everything on that trailer, and he knew it. and he knew it. Why you think he ran? We locked in. We locked in Blackbird versus Hot Wheels, head up, pro tree, hard tie to hard tie. And he said, well, will you race the Z06 too? I said, of course I'll race the Z06. I said, but if I beat you, let me pick what car I want next. And he said, cool, lock that in. So when I whooped his ass, he went in straight and got the Z06 instead of honoring what we agreed on. So it's that simple. You know, sometimes racers get in their feelings too. You know, and old Sage got in his feelings, you know. But it is what it is, though. You know, at the end of the day, it's all racing. He was in my inbox the other day. He said, what you gonna do with them slow cars? I told him, I'm gonna down your town like ass.
So it's almost time for y'all to dance again, huh?
Well, I don't, that show is in March, and I guess we'll dance at that show. And I don't know if him and the guy that they threw that show with, that I raced him at that invading Texas, I still got the belt. I don't know if they're gonna come and take it back, or if they're gonna do another, or if they're gonna do another. Yeah, so, you know, I got the belt, I got the cash. There was a lot of people saying, some people saying it was only $1,000 or $2,500. It ended up being about $3,800 for the race. That's all it was, $3,800. And I downed this tall ass. And I mean, the rest is history.
So
now,
I didn't
whoop the Z06, boss man, but I will.
It's you and 5 other cars coming this time.
I'm just speaking for people cars that I can drive, I can play with, I can tune on, that's affiliated with me. But a lot of more people in the city is putting big wheel cars together. But I got about 5 that I can vouch for. Cars and trucks, hard tires, big wheels, 8 double mile. that I put my money on.
Are all of those cars gonna be traveling with you as well when you start traveling?
When I do the traveling, I can say the name of the car, but nobody knows it. But when I'm traveling, just stay on the lookout for Kid Cudi. We got a 15-year-old with a Cutlass. We built the Cutlass.
Wow.
Yeah, Kid Cudi. 15 years old.
Wow.
I'm building a car for my other nephew. He may not be ready to travel this year, but I'm building a T-top Monte Carlo G-body for my other nephew. But Kid Cudi, we will have it on. The plan is to have it on the road with Hot Wheels, and we got a Punisher Monte Carlo as well.
So do you do all the work on the cars?
I do all the work on Hot Wheels, but this is one of my teammates. He do a lot of everything: chassis work, motors, roll cages. A couple of the Georgia guys know who he is. This is Berto Racing right here.
But hey Berto.
Yeah, he's a Bet the Bank Racing. We've been partners since elementary. Not no yesterday shit. I'm talking about shit. I don't know what year. When I was fourth, fifth grade.
They said that the 15-year-old have an IG page.
His dad has one, and I start tagging him in a lot of stuff. You know who he is, KP. Doughboy 76, my brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we building a Cutlass for him. It's actually semi there. We got to do paint. We got to do wheels, but it's almost there.
Patrice said tell hello and tell Berto she said hello.
Oh, yeah, Patrice? Berto got a new girlfriend. Where she at, in Florida?
No. That's Headhunters. Shut up and ring.
Oh, sorry about that. That's Mandrell's wife. I thought Berto had a new wife and stuff. Hey, tell Patrice I said, hey.
You finna get us all beat up.
KP.
Hey. Yes.
I'm so sorry, goddamn. We in the boondocks at Berto's shop.
Okay.
We in the
boondocks. It's okay. So you good. So we have 5 more minutes. Is it anything you want to say?
I don't have much to say. I mean,
you don't have much to say?
I don't have much to say. I mean, people got to ask me questions. I don't talk too much until it's time. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have much to say, man. I mean, a lot of people already know about the Hot Wheels Malibu. Like I say, I got the Hot Wheels Monte Carlo right here. If don't nobody buy it quick enough, it'll be for sale as well. But everything is for sale with me. That's what they need to know. Everything is for sale. If somebody buy it or come with the money, it's gone, and I'll build another one. You
mean all the cars, not everything is for sale?
Everything is for sale. Nah. No, I'm not a male prostitute.
Hey, listen. You didn't see them questions I got. So, ladies, everything is not for sale.
Oh, my God. I do build motors. That's about it. I build motors and cars.
All right. So, are you looking forward to 2020 race season?
Yes, ma'am. I'm excited about it. The Hot Wheel Malibu will have a total makeover. I ain't going to change the motor until somebody whoop me. But as far as painting wheels, I'm going to give them what they asked for. Everybody been crying about a 24, which all the Florida guys told me they don't care about a 22. But, you know, more of the people down south been crying about the 22, which is a real hard time. They crying about it. So I'm going to go on and go 24, and I'm going to teach them a lesson on the 24. They going to wish I didn't go 24 because I'm going to get faster.
And you're going to change the color scheme as well?
Color scheme, 2 of the colors will stay the same on the car. That's all I'm telling them. 2 of the colors and the interior will stay the same.
So when can we see the new combo? When we seeing the new combo?
I don't know yet. I
thought I was gonna get something exclusive, like something. Can I get a something exclusive? You don't know when? Can I know?
Gen 4, that's a new one.
What 2 colors are staying the same?
You said what colors are staying the same? The blue and the red will stay the same. The oriental blue and the red will stay the same. I I made a brand with that name.
Okay. Well, we only have 1 minute.
I don't think they was. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, they weren't. They weren't on here. They'll have to go back and watch it on YouTube or. Yes, he already answered that question, but we don't have a lot of time, so you'll have to go back and watch on YouTube. And so, Dallas, I wanted to thank you for joining us. I know we had some technical difficulty, but I'm gonna tell you, like I told Two Fly, since you had technical difficulty, I'm gonna go ahead and call in my favorite now, and you have to come back on the show.
All right, that's cool.
Okay. All right. Thank you for joining. I know you got to get back to work. We really, really, really appreciate it.
All right. I appreciate you too. It was a nice show.
All right. Have a good one.
All right.
All right, guys. So that was Musclecar Dallas. We will have Dallas back on later in the year next year. Marv, answer your DMs. Duh. I'll be trying to contact you. Guys, I don't have a lot of time, but I really wanted to tell y'all thank you for tuning in week and week out. You guys are the reason that I do this. So I really, really, really appreciate you guys. And thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel and tuning in week in and week out to Rydes and Vybes with KP.